Alright, we are live. Let's see if people can hear us. Oops. Oopsie.
I wouldn't do that.
Oopsie. Yeah, you can hear us. Alright, so
All right, folks, we are here live, and this is our first time doing this, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. We're here in Cebu City. Today is Tuesday. It's approximately 1 p.m. It's a pretty nice golden day, sunny, and we just want to go ahead and say before we get started here, if you like this video, just go ahead and hit the like button and be sure to subscribe. When you do, hit that notification bell so you'll be able to get all of our videos when we post it. So that's basically it. Let's see. We'll just wait here for some people to get in. In the meantime, we wanted to say that we have an upcoming video coming out, and that's going to be about whether or not you should purchase a car or motorbike if you're moving here to Cebu City. And also, if you haven't seen the video we did this week, that one's up already, and it's called 6 Reasons to Retire here in Cebu City. We're trying to promote the Cebu area and try to get people to consider moving here when they move to the Philippines. And Cindy, you said you were gonna at some point
yes.
do something.
Yeah. Soon. Not soon, but next week we're gonna be doing some philanthropic stuff. We're gonna do some feeding program for the kids. Also, we have noticed that some kids in the province doesn't have decent sleepers. So that's my project. Like, it's not really a big deal, but helping people at least with the small thing that you can help with.
Yeah, so that should be interesting to say the least. And we went out to a new nightclub called Apex in the city this past Saturday night, and that was a lot of fun. We took a few videos, and we'll probably at least post a short of that.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be called Casmic, and then before that it was called Live.
Yes.
And so they have a dress code there. People try to dress up, and the music was pretty good. We noticed that they didn't continuously stop the music in the middle of the song, so you could go ahead and you could dance if you wanted without interruption. We tend to like those kind of clubs, the clubs where you go in and they play the full song all the way to the end. That's really helpful because sometimes you get up to go dance and the girls and somebody really want, come on, let's go dance there. And then by the time you get out there,
music stops.
the music stops.
You wouldn't feel the music anymore.
That's right. Also, they had a very good setup as far as the tables concerned, and I believe the fees were about 1,000 per person.
No, 100 per person for the entrance. But if you want to get a VIP table, it's 4,000.
Okay, yeah, so you can divide that up. I think as many as 8 to 10 people. We had maybe 6 of us together, and
the 4,000 is actually consumable.
Yes, you can buy drinks and food with that allotment of funds. So that was pretty nice. We enjoyed that, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
As far as other places around town that are similar, Icon is okay. It's really big disco style, and they do stop the music most every time with every song. You will not be dancing for the full song for sure.
Yes.
And let's see what else. Coming up this week, I believe it's the 4th of July in the States. So I want to wish everybody ahead of time a happy 4th of July. Somehow we try to do something to celebrate here on the 4th of July. There's nothing else but pulling out the grill and doing a nice barbecue
Yes.
to try to bring back some of the old excitement from the 4th of July in the States, in California. But there'll be people all around the country celebrating, of course.
Mm.
And sometimes there are people that would go out of town, maybe just to a nearby state or something. We used to go to Nevada. We would go to Las Vegas quite a bit. And I believe we went last time we was in the States for the 4th of July.
Yes. It's hot.
It was super hot, probably 100, 105, 110 degrees for
Mhm.
sure. What did you like about Las Vegas, Cindy? What was the best thing you liked about it?
Oh yeah, the city itself, as they said that it's the city that never sleeps. Well, yeah, even late at night you can still go out get something to eat, and it's very um, vibrant city. It's colorful. It's lights everywhere. It
Yeah,
is joyous. Even though during pandemic they actually still get the stuff going on there. Yeah, that's one.
I'm thinking that there's somewhere here equivalent in the Philippines that's similar to
Which one?
Las Vegas. I'm maybe in Manila they call it some kind of world. What do they call it, Manila World or something? They have a big casino and they have a lot of people there. We ate there once and at the
Resorts
sushi
World.
place. Yeah, that's it, Resorts World. Yeah, that might be the equivalent here. It's a little bit of an area where it's similar to Vegas. One or two big casinos nearby.
Yes.
Um, they light it up, I imagine, during New Year's Eve mostly. And so that's what gives it sort of a Vegas feel.
Mm.
Uh, Now, there's another place in Manila that's similar to Vegas in that it has a replication of the Italian city called the Gondola City. I forgot the name of that city. Not Vatican, but
Venice.
Venice. Yeah,
Italy.
Venice. They have a replica in Manila as well.
Hold on.
So that's pretty much how that goes. But if you're looking for that kind of activity, I would definitely recommend going to Manila for that. We have a couple of big casinos here in Cebu. One of them is near the Waterfront Casino and Hotel, and that's probably our equivalent here. There's another one I believe near the airport. It's another waterfront. It's also
Yeah,
called Waterfront.
there's two waterfronts here.
And people will line up there on the weekends to go and gamble. The main waterfront has a nice pool area. They have some kind of a nice lobby lounge music and whatnot you can enjoy. On occasion, they have parties down there, like for New Year's Eve or some big celebration. Matter of fact, sometimes they have 4th of July celebrations there, and I believe there's a Marco Polo as well. You
Mm.
come there and people they have some kind of Independence Day celebration for the expats, and that's been nice.
Another hotel that's nice as well is the Radisson Blue. They have some kind of 4th of July dinner buffet, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, they do. They do. Radisson Blue is really one of the nicer hotels here.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come here and you're staying in town, I would highly recommend that as one of your possible choices. They've got a little bit of everything. Outdoor pool bar. The atmosphere in the lobby is nice. Piano music, sometimes a little bit of light jazz.
Mm.
And they have this really nice buffet there in the lobby, right off the lobby.
Almost all of the cuisines are there, like European, American, Japanese, Chinese. They have a variety of food, good selections.
Indian. It's
Indian,
a really
yes.
good Indian food. If you like Indian
Mm-hmm.
food, that's a good one to check out. But yeah, so other than that, we recommend you guys to come out here and just explore. Now, Sydney's been talking about doing a tour, and she's working on getting a tour package together where she can take some people out around and about to various places.
Yeah, the tourist spots. I can drive you around to all the tourist spots here in Cebu.
And she's maybe thinking maybe a 2 hour, 3 hour tour, putting together a package like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been coming here for since 2015. That's about 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Cindy has actually lived here for a majority of her life. And so we like to think that we're getting to be experts about what's going on here. If you need any questions answered about that, you feel free to email us at Eric and Cindy's Adventure at gmail.com.
No S.
No S on adventure.
Eric and Cindy's Adventure.
Right. So you can email us there. And we also, if you're really serious about moving here, you're welcome to book a consultation with us at buymeacoffee.com. But yeah, so we like to think we're the experts, and we know a lot about the various neighborhoods, which are good to move in. We can tell you which ones that you need to look at or consider looking at for your budget, the level of budget you have in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And we can also recommend places to go for entertainment, of course, restaurants. We can try to cut some red tape as well from the immigration standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
What to do, what agency to use if you want to use an agency, and various other things that we can tell you about on that. Also on the marriage situation, we can definitely tell you stuff to do about how to get married, how to register to get married.
Yes, actually, there are people who commented, and this is our first live, so right now it's like an experiment thingy.
Okay, who's actually out here? There's shout out to Michael Biggs, and he's asking which barangay of Cebu do you folks live in? I think it's Talamban.
Mm-hmm.
It's called. Yeah, that's what it is. Is that right, Cindy?
Yeah, it is Talamban.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to get the
We're trying
comments
to
here.
highlight the comment, but that is not
No, it's not showing.
showing up on the main thing here. So bear with us, folks.
I know how
And the next guy, shout out here to Dolomite.
Dolomite. Are you renting in the Philippines?
Yes, we are right now. We have not decided to buy or purchase anything.
Mm-hmm.
And look there, shout out to Sunshine Shoulders. Thank you, my brother, for the donation, for the super chat.
Thank you so much for that.
Good to see you in the live there, on our first live. And look at that, look at that.
Cassie, I love you guys' channel. You think YouTube will have kids one day?
Thank you, Cassie. Shout out to you. we're not sure yet. We're thinking about it, but we definitely have thought about it over the years, and we came up to the conclusion that if it happens, it happens. That's the way we're looking at it. But we're not going to force it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, I've been around for a lot of years and somehow managed to not have kids. And Cindy, the same thing. So we don't know. Maybe one of us or both may not be able to have kids. I'm not sure. We haven't tested or anything. But
Another thing as well is, come to think of it, the responsibility, I mean, it's me. The responsibility of having kids is somewhat you have to think about. You have to sit down and plan it. And who knows? We don't close our doors for the for having kids, but who knows?
yeah, you never know at this point.
All right, so that's all we have right now.
And so anyway, back to what we were thinking, but more to elaborate on that. There's a lot of couples here that are having kids left and right. I mean, as far as the Filipino population,
Yes.
and Cindy has a ton of nieces and nephews, and be helpful for her
Mm-hmm.
in her old age or in her retirement when she retires.
Mm-hmm.
But there's really not a great need to have any other children here. I mean, to add to the population and such. Matter of
Yes.
fact, they're starting to try to promote people to not have as many kids, and so you find nowadays that there are some Filipinos who are not having children right away,
Mm-hmm.
and that's becoming a trend as well.
Garfield Cunningham Jr. Hello, Garfield. He said that, how is the healthcare system there?
Uh, I would say there's some good hospitals here according to uh, the word that's out. I mean, we hear different things, and they say that Changhua Hospital is supposed to be one of the best ones here in Cebu,
Yes.
and really you can get several plans for an expat healthcare plan. Personally, I have the Pacific Care,
Pacific Cross.
Pacific Cross is what it's called,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to be pretty good in that you don't have to have any upfront cash when you come in, because normally they want you to have a deposit. Let's say you come in and you're sick,
Yeah.
they want you to put down. I don't. About how much you think?
Um,
For the
30,000 for
Wow.
deposit. 30,000 pesos, like roughly
About $600. Okay.
$600. Yes.
All right. They want you to put that down for a deposit up
Mm-hmm.
front. And then the tricky thing about it is we've heard that at the end of your stay, they won't let you out until you pay.
Yes.
Can you imagine that? You guys in the States, they won't let you out until you pay. Now, I heard that was illegal, and I'm not sure if they're still doing that, but I have heard.
They may have some, like, you can get away with it. Like, let's say, for example, you're gonna have a promissory note or some kind of documents that will, let you get out of the hospital without paying it yet. But you have to have something like a car document that you can leave, something that they can hold on when you leave the
Put a
hospital.
lien on it or
And
something.
yeah.
They put a lien on your home, your condo, or whatever, and they'll let you out. So when you apply for insurance, make sure you ask whether or not that you can use it without having to make a deposit or whatnot. So supposedly with Pacific Cross, you don't have to do that.
Yes.
All right, what's the next one here?
Harry's Spurter. Hello, Harris.
Hello,
He said,
Harris.
what does Cindy like and dislike about the United States? And Eric, what do you like and dislike about the Philippines?
I'll let you start, Cindy.
Alright, so I have always been saying this that the things that I don't like in the States, well, the States is a good, United States is a good country in general. But the thing is, the friends and the family are not there. For me, I am very close to my family, like all of them. So without my family or like being away with my family is somewhat taking a lot of stress on me. I mean, giving a lot of stress on me, like thinking like I'm losing a lot of like engagement with them. I am left behind with all the occasions or something like that. But other than that, it's okay. It's just that it's too expensive there to live. It's not ideal. You have to work hard to stay there. You have to, you know, have two jobs to sustain your living. Well, here I can have a job. I can live my life the way I want it to be. I'm enjoying it. My family's here. Eric's here. Compared to the States, so which one should I choose? I will choose where I'm happy. How about you?
Well, with me, let's see. As far as the Philippines is concerned,
A lot of stuff.
well, good things. I'll tell you the good things first. What I like about the Philippines is the people are very friendly. I mean, it's very humbling to see their happiness and the fact that they're willing to share with you and share a meal and help you out as much as they can, and they don't have to know you that long to take you in and do these things, which is something that you don't really get in the States. Um, I like the fact that they still have a lot of family gatherings like we used to have in the old days back in the States. We would A lot of the family would get together, especially on holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Memorial Day. It'd be big family celebrations, and your aunts, uncles, cousins would all come together. And I don't see that happening as much as I did back when I was a kid, teenager, and early adulthood. But here, that's a tradition that's still it's going on, and it's very prevalent. People still do that quite a bit. Another thing I like about the Philippines is that it's a less stressful environment. People are not running around and like a chicken with their head cut off. Even to get to work, you can go notice in the mornings people trying to get to work. They're very orderly. Nobody's running, and cause they're late and huffing and puffing like they would be in the States.
Trying to catch the train or
Catch
bus.
the train.
Yeah. I'm gonna catch you up there. One time, like a couple days ago, Eric was saying, "Are there any schedule of these jeepneys? Jeepneys are our public transportation here. It's an open, um, like not a bus, but almost similar to bus. But you have to sit all together in one chair, like long chair, each side of the truck. But anyway, he was asking me, what time are these jeepneys gonna, get in here in this route to get there? I said, there's no time. They don't have schedule, so you don't have to rush to get one because there's always one behind.
That's something right there in and of itself. That should let you know what's going on. No bus schedules and no jeepney schedules. That's unheard of in America. You have to sit there for I don't know how long. You want to know. People would want to know what time the bus is coming. If they got to go to work, they have to be here at a certain time.
Yeah.
But they got something here called Filipino time, which is something. If you set a schedule for a party or something like that, you can at least add an hour to an hour and a half of past the time that you told them to show up. If the party's going to be at 7, you would expect them to come in about 8:30.
Yeah.
And
they will call that Filipino time because I don't know, Filipinos are always late. It's not an excuse though, but you know, being able to go to the States, time is gold. You can't be late even 1 second. I mean 1 minute. Seconds, okay.
so, and finally, to answer your question, finish answering your question, another thing I like is the lower cost of living.
Yes.
And also, I like the fact that it's surrounded by beaches, and it's mainly the weather is pretty good here most of the year. And we do have a rainy season, which we're in now, but thankfully, it doesn't rain all day.
Yeah.
If you've been to Hawaii, you'll notice that it rains sometime during the day, and then next thing you know, the sun comes back out. So those are some of the major things I like about the Philippines.
Alright, next is Filipina Lynch's channel. Hi!
Shout out.
Thank you so much for watching.
To Lianshu, Filipina Lynch. Hi there.
It's nice to join your live stream.
Yeah, we're glad to have you aboard. We've been meeting with several vloggers on occasion. We had a chance to meet up with several of them at the meetup. Sunshine Shoulders has these great meetups.
Yes.
And we met a lot of people through his meetup as well. And the vlogging community around here is pretty strong. The people that do vlog, we tend to know each other, and we're getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes we even plan some hangouts together outside of the meetup, which is really nice. And we're looking forward to doing more of that. The last persons we met up with actually outside of vlogging was Sunshine Shoulders and Derek and
Q Adventures.
from Q Adventures. What is his wife's name?
Aini.
Ivy. Yeah, that was nice as well. And we have some friends down at Stephen and Bia.
Mm-hmm.
So we always look forward to seeing them when they come up, and much more. So that's going good. Let's see. So in the meantime, we have some really good plans on our agenda for the channel, and it's been growing, and it's growing slowly. We're in our 4th month. We want to thank everybody for having subscribed here.
Mm-hmm.
We're at roughly close to 1,200 members now. It was a big goal to just get across 1,000 member mark.
Yes.
And YouTube delineates that, and finally we're monetized now. So we haven't made any money, but that's at least we have an opportunity according to YouTube for monetization now. But I hear that they changed the monetization requirements. They bumped it down a bit. So they said that you only need 500 subscribers now, and only 3,000 watch hours, where it used to be 4,000. But that's pretty good.
Yeah. For a new YouTube.
Yeah, for starting out new, that's making it less difficult, because it definitely was some kind of big task to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go ahead and within the next month, we're going to try to do some very different videos, so to speak. We're going to continue to give you some value by telling you what it's like here in the Philippines and what it's like to retire here. I've been retired for less than a year, so I'm a newbie on that standpoint. But this was in the making ever since 2015. I said I wanted to retire. I want to retire in the Philippines. And so I did the semi-retirement thing, and that was about 2017. Packed up everything, rented out my house in the Bay Area, and then that lasted for about a year and a half. I'd say uh,
8 months.
about 8 months or so. And then we went back in 2018. Well, the combination of reasons, because she had an interview with her immigration interview
The green card.
for the green card, and so we went back for that, and we ended up staying there a while, and then she ended up getting a job, so she got a taste of working. Tell them a little bit about how that was, Cindy.
Oh yeah. Actually, I enjoyed working there, meeting new people, making new friends as well. I did be able to make some friends there, Filipinos mostly. I have best friends there. They're Filipinos and some other couples, Filipino couples, other ethnicities as well, Samoan, a bunch of them, Mexicans, of course, and some French people in the restaurant. Not restaurant, it's a catering company for the airlines. So we provide food to the airlines, a bunch of them. And so far, yeah, I enjoyed working there. But the thing is, yes, you earn money, you work there, you earn money, but the money will go straight to your bills, which is it's ridiculous. It's expensive. Car note, the gas, because I have to drive like an hour and a half, no, an hour and a half to get to my workplace, and then back and forth. That's every day. But some time of the week, I'm gonna take train because it's more cost efficient. But nah, you're not gonna last long just working hard every day, 5 days a week, and then you have husband at home. He's working as well, and we kind of like barely see each other only on day off, and kind of barely have some things to do together. Like we're both tired to do so, but we tried, going to the park on the weekends, have some, we grill in the park, meet up with friends as well. But it's not the same as here because everything costs. The moment you get out the house, expect $100 expenses.
That's true.
Ah.
And they actually they wanted you to work more hours than just 5 days. They really wanted her to work, I think, 6 days a week, and then around the holidays there was just no ending. They wanted, for example,
yes.
Thanksgiving, Christmas. You're not getting off. And you're working for the airlines. They're catering for the airlines. A lot of flights are going on around that time, and so they wanted her to work 11, 12 hours a day, and she was taking a commute, so she was taking like an hour and a half commute both ways. So you're looking at maybe sleeping 5 or 6 hours. That's what she was getting before she had to go back to work, especially during the major holidays.
If you're good in your job, you have more work to do.
Yeah, they assigned her more work. She was pretty good at that job, and then they just piled it on, so to speak. So that's one of the things that you really want. If you're going to think about, if you're thinking about going to the States or taking your Filipina to the States, say goodbye to a lot of your time together. I mean, if you're trying to save for money and you want to try to save for retirement, save up something, and then come back, I guess you can do it. You just, put your head down and keep your nose to the grindstone, so to speak, and try to save something and hurry up and get out. That would be my suggestion. Because basically, it's not going to get any better until you retire, or she's able to retire, quit working. And the thing is, the old one job, taking care of. When I grew up, my dad was working. He had one job. He was able to buy a house, buy a car, and take care of his, help his other two kids. Except besides me, I was still at home. I had a
Yes.
brother and sister who were out of the house, and he would loan them money and help them buy refrigerators and washers and dryers. All this off of one job. My mother didn't work; she was at home, housekeeper, keeping the house and housewife, and so all of this was going on. But now that was back in the '70s, so to speak, when I was a kid and growing up. But slowly, they began to, I guess, women's rights, and they wanted to have jobs and be independent. And we know now what we see now what it started since that time. The women they've asked for independence, and now they can work all they want. So what happened was they just simply said, "Well, we're going to divide those salaries, and we just make the cost of survival divided by two. Now both of you have to work. You want to work? Fine. Come on in."
The
But
good thing is, even though, yeah, for both of us, the
mhm.
good thing is we don't have a kid, so there's no like tuition to pay, the school, so that's good.
And when you talk about California, the cost of living is sky high. I mean, compared to other places, there are some lower cost places in the states.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're talking about California and in the Bay Area or Los Angeles,
Yes.
you're talking about a cost of living that's going to be very high. I would estimate that let's say you want to get a one-bedroom apartment in the Bay Area. You're looking at on the low end, you're looking at about $1,800 to $2,000. That's the low end,
Yes.
and they go up from there. You're talking about a house note. You're talking about the average home there is probably at least $800,000 to over $1 million, and that's just the average home, and 3-4 bedroom home, and that's not going to get you a lot of frills. They have homes that go on up to $30 million and above in the Bay Area, and also in Los Angeles. So what you have now is you have people living in shared home spaces, kind of short, so to speak. You can have people renting a room now, a bedroom in Oakland, California, would cost you about $1,700 just to rent a bedroom for in somebody's home. Now there might be, let's say it's a 3 or 4 bedroom home. Each one of those rooms they'll rent out for about $1,700 or $1,800, and you'll share the kitchen. That's the kind of stuff that's going on. Now here it's even more and more prevalent uh, uh, in the states overall, in other states as well. But for sure in California, you tend to have people have roommates, and there's some people that are living off Airbnb, and that's something that you can take advantage of as an owner, though. When you look at the other side of it is that if you own property, you can rent it out at a reasonable rate and expect a good return. So those are some things that reasons why you want to consider moving out. And the Philippines, I haven't seen that coming yet. Hopefully, it's not going to get to that. Would you say, Cindy, that things are progressing more towards U.S. ways in the Philippines? For example, Do you think it's more and more women are getting into the job market now,
Oh,
like they have in the States? And
I guess so. If over here,
mhm,
yeah, I guess so. Um, most most of my workmates are female.
mhm,
Most of them are married, or because let's say example, you're gonna start a family at young age. You're forced to work because you have to sustain your living. You have other mouths to feed.
mhm.
Well, yeah, it is somewhat getting to that level. Not to that level, but yeah, there are a lot of girls who have jobs here nowadays. But still, they'll be able to do some wife chores. Or, there's no.
Do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think that it's going towards a two-worker household?
Oh
I
yes,
think the trend is going towards a two-worker household. For example, your brother and sister,
both
uh,
earnings.
yeah, they one of them is still a housewife,
Mm-hmm.
maybe two of them, but
They're helping though.
yeah, uh-huh,
They're helping. They have their own like businesses, and they have their own ways of helping the business.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, the trend I believe I think is going towards the U.S. To the two-worker
Yes.
household, especially right here in the city. Maybe in the outlying areas of province areas,
Mm-hmm.
there's more of the one one worker supports the whole home type thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe because there's farming there too in the province, which is
Yes.
helpful. People can rely on getting their food from the soil,
Fresh.
fresh and whatnot, and that seems to be helpful towards one person supporting the whole family.
Yeah, I'm gonna help harvesting soon too.
Uh,
I'm gonna harvest some sweet corn.
yeah, but in the city here in Cebu, you see that there's I see a lot of couples too that are working. Both of them are working, and then when they have a kid, they have to have a babysitter.
Yes. Alright, so we have Anthony Landigam.
Yes, how you doing, Anthony?
Shout out to you. He said, I am so glad I came across your channel. You can consider me as a passport bro. I've been living in the Dominican Republic for 5 years now from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm happy and I'm married to my wife for a
Wow,
year now. Congratulations.
congratulations!
Dominican
Wow.
Republic, I believe the wife is a Dominican Republic. Congrats to you, Anthony.
Yeah, I haven't. I've heard some things about the DR, but I haven't heard many people, many brothers that have been uh, took up home there. But I hear that there's a lot of travel that's been going on to the DR. So that's good to hear that some other place that outside of the Philippines is becoming a choice for expats as well. I have been hearing a lot about Thailand. Thailand has been very popular for brothers here lately to go and to immigrate to. And of course, I tried to do that when we first moved in 2017. We tried Thailand, but it didn't work out because of the language barrier was the main thing.
Yeah.
And
I would
go
like
ahead.
to check out. Yeah, I would like to check out the difference between DR and Philippines in retiring wise. Like how much would it be the difference between both countries? That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, we can look into that.
Mm-hmm.
We've already done a comparison on Thailand to the Philippines. You check that movie out; it's in our library.
Mm-hmm.
But we did have a lot of fun there, and
Food was good.
the food was good, and the people were nice overall. But it's when you start to get outside of Bangkok, and that was our choice. We said let's move somewhere where the locals live, like a little bit outside of Bangkok, maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Right across the bridge.
Yeah, it was a river, Supala River,
Super like
where that was coming right down the middle of where we were. We had a very nice apartment there, and it was you could get out, look out on the balcony overlooking the river, and that was very nice. And it was a less of a cost in 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 Thailand we found than it is here in Cebu and in the Philippines. That was nice, but overall we just couldn't overcome the language barrier.
yes.
That was the main thing. So we came on back here, and plus she had family here, which was very helpful. We figured we would be better off staying here and getting more bang for our buck, and uh, closer to her family, she'd be a little bit happier.
Thank you.
Yeah, personally, I was okay with being alone. I lived out in California with no family nearby. Nearest family 2,000 miles away in Tennessee, Memphis, and I had been doing that for 30 years. So
Mm-hmm.
every time I wanted a family fix, I had to hop on a plane and go there, or also I would send for my dad and my sister to come out to the Bay Area and hang out, or my nieces and stuff would come out and visit me, and that was very nice. But overall, I was used to not having family around all the time, so I got used to that. But ripping Cindy away from her family was very difficult, and she was, experiencing withdrawal in a big way. So that's about it, folks. I think we're going to cut this one short. One thing we've got to learn is how to highlight comments.
We
They
didn't know what
didn't
to
work.
do. I
Uh,
can't. There's no option for me. It's our first time using this, especially using StreamYard.
uh-huh.
So I don't know what I'm doing. I am reading the comments right here on the phone, but I can't do it right where the gadget is doing the live.
Yeah,
We can
that's
work on that.
something. We're going to work on that. I mean, we see the comments on one phone, but not on the phone that's actually recording. So somebody, maybe one of our blogger friends will help us out with that. And but anyway, we had a good time, and we hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And we'll be back for more live streams, and most likely we'll try to do one a week in the future now that this function is available.
Yes.
And we look forward to entertaining you guys with questions and letting you know more about our experience here in Cebu.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and we're
Uh,
signing off. Thank you so much.
this is Eric
And Cindy.
signing off. Bye for now.